Hi viewers, welcome to our show Highfly. It's always a proud moment when some of our own कोई अपना जब ऐसा कुछ हासिल करता है जो हमारे स्टेट, हमारे राज्य का नाम रोशन करता है. It was a proud moment when Clever Analytics, a US-based organization, enlisted 4,000 top scientists across the globe as the top researchers of the world. 10 Indians were a part of that, and Odisha, a gentleman from Odisha, a dear scientist from Odisha, also got a place in that list. We are privileged to have Dr. Sanjeeb Sahoo with us, who has established a name for himself in the field of nanotechnology. Sir, welcome to our show.
Okay, thank you.
So the first segment of our show is all about Jaan Pehchan. So you have to look to our camera and to our viewers and tell something more about yourself.
Myself, Sanjeeb Sahoo. I am from a very remote part of Jajpur district, So I did my graduation from Bhadra College, then did my MSc and PhD from Delhi University. And I did choose a path to do something in cancer. So by that time, I had an opportunity to work on cancer nanotechnology-based drug delivery. Then I completed my PhD. During my PhD, I had a chance to go to University of Nottingham in UK, where I have learned a little bit advanced technology to how to diagnose for disease treatment and all. Then I did a JSPS Postdoctoral fellowship. I have well, and also did a 2 years postdoc in Professor Maida's group in Kumamoto University, Japan, followed by 4.5 years postdoc in University of Nebraska Medical School with Professor Binod Labasetiwar. And finally, to come back our native place. So in 2005, I came back and I joined in the Institute of Life Science. As you know, it's one of the premier institute in life science, and it is a center for excellence from Government of India under the banner of Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science, Technology and all. So now, right now, I have a established lab where I have been working in different aspects of cancer therapy. So partly we are also using as diagnostic kits, nanotechnology based. At the same time also we are working on how to deliver targeted based drug delivery to the cancer tissues. With this, so we have working in this field from the very beginning. At the same time also we are developing some kits for separation by using our magnetic particles. At the same time also we have some curcumin sponge for wound healing. So if you look, we work in a very versatile way. It is not like for cancer. So what we are looking for, any product or any technology, if we can deliver to the society where poor people are affecting, so that will be good. And more or less that will give some things, so here we can say, this nanotechnology is basically works for some healthcare issues for the poor people. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Now we'll move to the next segment. It's more on मुद्दे की बात. तो सर मुद्दे की बात पे आते हैं. So I would request you to share 7 such points where nanotechnology, the use of nanotechnology in the field of cancer can bring major changes in cancer treatment in future.
More or less, if you think, I'm telling you, cancer is curable. So only the problem is if you can diagnose in the early stages. So to diagnose in the early stages for cancer, so nanotechnology plays a big role. So I think these days, if you look for X-ray, CT, MRI, and more or less some antibody antigen type of reactions, So this nanotechnology based particulate system, cantilevers and all have a huge potential.
Okay.
I think that is one of the first product should come. Second thing also, you see the abraxane molecule is coming up. It is a nanotechnology based albumin based particle. Already it is in the clinical, it is in for the use, human being use, FDA approved. And from the last 2 years, Bicon is selling in India.
Okay.
So third things what you can think of, if you look to target to your system, so you need a nanotechnology based formulation, because where you can conjugate the targeting moiety, put the drug, so that that will helps. Fourth line is, if you look, this not only for diagnosis and also for therapeutics. The other thing is, it's scaffold based, where you can grow the cells for disease monitoring if you want to establish a ex vivo. So it's very difficult, very expensive also, every molecule to go to the animal experiment, So maybe this nanotechnology based scaffold, big molecules, if you can synthesize, that will be we call this a ex vivo experiment, where you can tell real, so what we did, in vitro, in vivo. So in between, if you can have a platform where at least you can initial screening, if you can do that, I think that is also helpful. This nanotechnology based drug delivery, or we call this is a nanomedicine term, which people are telling. So high impact on cancer for cancer patients. So basically, two things it can do. First thing is you can target. You can deliver your drug where you want.
Okay.
Second thing also, you reduce the cost. Third thing is, the toxicity is, which is the main problem in cancer. Cancer patient maximum die, not only for cancer drug, but for secondary complication like other things.
The side effects.
Huge side effects, because this cancer drug cannot recognize which is cancer and all. So I think nanotechnology can help a big way for targeted drug delivery. Once you have a targeted drug delivery, so then your dose will be reduced, your cost will be reduced, secondary complication will be reduced. I think then mortality rate must be reduced.
In control.
Yeah, in control.
Perfectly fine. So now let's come to the next segment. So our next segment is more on shock badi cheez hai. It's more of a casual discussion. Itna serious discussion hai nahi hai. So can you just recommend us the best country that you have visited, sir?
Japan.
Why is it so?
Many things, First of is very humble, hardworking, very helpful. More or less, the food is good. But nothing you don't have to lock the door, and very, very, very friendly, helpful, and all.
Very organized as well.
Yes. Only the problem is, they are a little bit hardworking. And if you are a hardworking guy, then I think Japan is one of the best place.
Being hardworking is a problem for us.
That is the main problem in India. No one wants to work.
True. Second question, sir. The favorite movie star of yours?
Shah
Rukh Khan. Why is it so? Which movie you like the most of Shah Rukh Khan?
This if you tell me from the last maybe 10 years, I have not seen any movies. But that movie like Dilwana, Le Jayenge, why I'm very casual. So I never saw, it is because after Ph.D. then going abroad, coming back, sitting 3 hours to watch a movie is difficult for me.
हम लोग सब गलत फहमी में थे कि साइंटिस्ट हमेशा लैब में रहते हैं, साइंटिस्ट भी फिल्म देखते हैं.
Yes, I like that movie, all with Kajol and Shah Rukh Khan. I think one of the best.
You watch sports as well?
Yes.
Favorite sports star?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Okay.
I only watch that sports.
All-time favorite. What do you do to chill out? I mean, to relax, have a day without any stress. What do you exactly do to de-stress yourself?
So that is a very nice question. More or less, I am a little bit attached to the many temples in my area.
Okay.
I am a secretary for a couple of, and also sometimes I used to go and ask what are the things we want to do, and more or less, and also I am help. I can't say help, but more or less I'm organize these people's, arranging this Ashtrapahari, this more or less, if you can tell, maximum in my leisure period I want to use to go to the temple partly, and also sometimes I sit quiet, I am going to top of my house, I sit there, and also in the like off days I have a big house,
Okay.
Which is 3,000 square feet.
So
I do my own work,
stuff. And regather yourself.
Yes.
Perfect.
That is there, but again I am always busy.
Okay.
Yeah, I am always busy.
During your research career, sir, the best day of your life?
Best day of life, when I got this letter, I have been invited to go to London for attending the conference.
Okay.
Yeah, because that time, is very few. And second thing also, as I told you, there was no communication between me and my parents, And you will be surprised, the day I left India to UK, one of my friend called my parents, through the police stations. So because I have a friend who is uncle is the chief secretary in that time, So he called, then they transport this call to the police station, and the people go to my house telling that your son is going to these things. Because there was no time in a week I have to prepare and go. Exactly. And also I have not come to here, to tell my parents I am going this. So I think that is the best time, best day. Okay. Yeah, when I have received an email, we are supporting your travel and also we are giving some fellowship. You can work for 3 months and all. I think that was the best one day for me.
And sir, it always happens in a scientist's life. And I was always waiting to ask to a scientist this question. Most of the time you go into a deep sea diving, doing research and, go to your own world of research and finding out things. Is that moment which is closest to your heart, that you got something special? You're looking something special on the research field and you got that result. Can you share that moment with us?
This is, so I think, you see, that type of things will come to your mind when you are looking for a novel idea.
Okay.
Because if you are looking a novel pathway or something, then maybe you will be so happy, But I don't think these days, anyone is like this. You are, like the Eureka. I don't think so. I can't support that things. But anyway, what happens, many times if you are, the thing is in our field, when we are looking for something for the human health, so when we are doing a research in vitro, I am telling you, next is your in vivo model, like mouse model and all. So you will be very happy, when you will find by injecting your drug, or maybe by doing some experiment in your animal model, if you are getting the real results, I think that is the happiest moment with us. Okay. So because when you are doing cell line, next question will ask, so if someone is going to review your paper or review yourself, so yes, okay, cells it is working, but what will happen to the animal model? True. Because there is a huge difference. What we are telling, there are many cells you are adding, taken up by the cells. That system is totally different in an animal model. Wonderful. So, and next is your clinical trials. I am not so much sure, you can take all your products to clinical trials. But in our systems, I think all scientists are very happy when they got some good results in the animal model.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Any advice do you have for the youngsters, basically the youngsters who are watching us and who want to pursue a career in the research field or want to do on PhDs, want to be a scientist? Any advice do you have for them?
Yes, but there are many advice, So, to the young generation, what I want to say, when you want to do something, I'm very sure you have to laugh. Otherwise, it's difficult to do the research. My passion. Yeah, that should be there, So the day I joined, how can I work for 5 years? Going 8:45, coming 6. There is no only one day off in Sunday, and more or less research, in second, third year, you will find that Sunday is out. Because you have something to do, and whenever you are doing with cell culture, cell lines and all, so the nothing is there, it is a day off.
True.
So then when what happens, so then when you enter to the systems, you find you have some seniors, they are also working.
Yes.
Then you are sitting with them. Next year you find that guy is applying for a postdoc, getting a letter from US, and you are going to see up in the airport and all that type of things. If it is continuing, then you will have something in your mind. Okay, maybe next day I will go. And more or less that time we had a lot of patience. But these days, these youngsters, they want everything is ready-made.
It's pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
So that is the big mistakes they are doing. It is not for their fault. I think the whole society all are fast.
Exactly.
So no one want to wait.
Exactly.
So example is, when I did my PhD, if my bus is there, if there is light on, then you have to stay. But these days, if there is light off on, they are going and coming.
But
my point is, if you want to do research, you want to do something, at least you have to love the field. You have to love your nature of work.
Okay.
Then I think success is everywhere. It is not like that no one can succeed. Success is simple.
And we have also come across that you are fond of interacting with the students. You have often picked students from your lectures to the for the research in abroad.
So I want, if someone having some problem, but he or she wants to do something, if there is some opportunity, at least I want to facilitate them.
On the field of research.
Yeah, in the field of research. It's not in my lab. But if someone is telling, sir, I have these things, I want to do this thing. And many times, many people are coming, many students are coming for help. Sir, I want to do this, but I don't know this guy, can you help me? Yes, no problem, Because our state, if you have some central institutes, then they have the money, they have the equipment. So otherwise, the state universities and all is a very pathetic condition.
Yes.
So helping to students, I am always, my door is open. If someone
Wonderful.
is coming, it is not like that. But you should have a real interest.
Exactly.
That can I choose. I can judge it.
You can judge it.
Yeah, very well.
You can judge it for me as well.
But I can judge, really you have the interest. Like first call, you just ignore.
Yeah.
Second, there will be a mail, ignore. Third, okay, I will see. Then you will find in a week also there, sir, I have wrote a mail, then
No response.
couple of times, there is unity and all. Then I will write.
Okay, so you will need check the
Of
persistence.
course, otherwise, but these days everyone wants to do something and wind up and go.
Exactly.
So you have to find out a real
Interest is there or not. Wonderful.
These are the things you have to look, before.
Finalizing a student. Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming to our show, sir.
Okay.
Viewers, thank you so much for your patient hearing. Next episode will again come back with one more personality. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share Highfly. Thank you so much.